It is Wednesday. OSD, Obsessive Sneaker Disorder. Thanks for tuning in as you do each and every Wednesday. This is episode 339, the Bee Walker Shoes of London episode. Man, Mother Nature and gremlins and computers try to stop we, but they will never prevail. You know what, Mother Nature? I got 2 words for you. You know what? No, I won't even go there. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not even going to go and play myself like that. But thank you for tuning in. Yes, the gremlins were hard at work. Someone must have poured a little water. You know what? You know what it must be? It must be because I'm a Yankee fan that happens to live in New England, in Boston territory. I think that's what it is. It's because I have this cup. I have these glasses, but nonetheless, this is OSD, Obsessive Sneaker Disorder. Thanks for tuning in. My name is D. Wells, along with the Sole Doctors Disorderlies, coming to you live and direct wherever you are, wherever we are, every week, every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Send us an email at info@osdlive.com with your questions, concerns, a topic for us to discuss. So let's get the show on the roll. Let's get the crew in the building. Let's go straight to Houston. Man, Kodoma.
What's up, D?
Man, this fan of yours just hit that half-court shot for $25,000. I saw it on the gram. By Bun B posted that video.
Oh, you saw that, huh? That was awesome. Yeah, we lost the game, though, so we're down a game to the Grizzlies. And third place in the West is getting thick right now, man. I don't know about the East, but the West is thick. So, you know, we're seeing a lot of playoff push, man. We saw Nike release their Elite Series that's going to be coming out, so they'll be stepping up their sneaker game and their prices for the postseason push. Yet to be seen what the other brands are doing, but everybody had a good All-Star, and including us at the Sneaker Summit. But
nice.
Having a little downtime right now, getting my personal life back together and a much-needed vacation. But, you know, we're going to be back hot and heavy in 2015 with some more events real soon.
Nice. Good to hear. Let's go from Houston. Let's go straight. The one and only, the man himself, Mr. Sean Laurent is in the building. What's up, sir?
What's up?
Welcome to the show. Is this your first time on OSD?
Second time on OSD.
Ah, number 2. Okay.
Number 2 indeed.
Man, so what's going on in your neighborhood, your sneaker hood?
Man, just planning this Soul Fiend Fashion Art Music Expo. You know, place where all the, you know, shoe enthusiasts will come out, buy, sell, and trade, performances, art, you know, the basics. We're going to be in Atlanta and in San Diego, and it's going to be in August.
Nice. Good to hear. Well, you got to make sure you come back on the show. Make sure you keep sharing that information so we can let the Disorderlies certainly know about them so they come out and support. Show up, show out, you know, buy some kicks, sell some kicks, trade some kicks.
Definitely want to see what you guys got, though, because I'm sure you guys have a more impressive lineup than some people I've seen.
Well, you know what? I have probably about 35 boxes right now that I am ready to pack up, so just let me know where to mail them to.
For sure. Will do.
Let's go straight to Brooklyn, USA. The one and only, the paper chase himself. Episode 3 is on the World Wide Web. That is From the Feet Up. If you haven't seen it yet, head on over to the Facebook page, OSD's Facebook page, as well as we'll be having it and posting it very soon on OSDlive.com. But Paper Chaser, what is up? My brother.
Soul Brother number 1. What is good? Soul Doctors, Disorderlies around the world. Welcome to episode number 339 with our guests who'll be on in a little while. Stewart, Hasan Brown from Bee Walker Shoes in London. As D. Wells just stated, yes, episode 3 of our show, From the Feet Up, which is an extension of our OSD branding and the OSD experience, our show on Network A, episode 3 just dropped a couple of hours ago, so you guys can get over there and check that out. We promise you it won't take up too much of your time. Hits hard and fast and leaves you waiting for more of the next episode. So episode 3 is up. You can go back if you haven't heard of it or seen it before and catch 1 and 2 as well. And there'll be more on the way. But we're here for what we're normally here for every week, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before we get into anything, you know we got to talk about that money. So it was indeed a bloody day today. Disorderlies and Sole Doctors. Excuse me. Only 3 of our reported 10 stocks that we watch were actually in the green today. So I'm going to set this off by reading Nike finishing today at 97.52, down 45 cents per share. Skechers finished at 68.43, down 2 cents per share. VF Corporation, which is Vanity Fair Corporation, parent company of Vans, North Face, Timberland, quite a few other brands. VF Corporation finished today at 76.49, down 20 cents per share. Under Armour, the dark horse in the race, 75.51 per share, down 93 cents per. And which is weird on the wake of their new news and their partnership with HTC. So for them to be down, wonder what people are worried about. Deckers Outdoor Corporation, parent company for Uggs, Teva, a few others. It is still Ugg season, even though it shouldn't be, because Uggs are the nastiest thing coming and going when you see them wet. But these chicks refuse to give them up. So Deckers finished today at $74.40 per share, down 50 cents per. Foot Locker Incorporated finished at $57.49 per share, up 105 per share. And that rounds out our New York Stock Exchange stocks to move into Adidas AG on the OTC market. They finished today at $38.35 per share, up 7 cents per. Puma on the ETR market finished at 170.30 in euros, down 95 cents. On the NASDAQ, we have eBay finishing at $58.31 per share, up 6 cents per. And rounding it out also on the NASDAQ is Finish Line, who finished today at $23.68 per share, now 52 cents per share. So once again, every Wednesday, as we kick off the show, we read the trading day results. Just Wednesdays now. No more Monday through Friday. Just Wednesdays on the show, we read the results of these 10 stocks that we watch. Now, if you want to get in on the other side of the game with us, you need to send us an email, info@OSD Live, where we'll help you and give you the best guidance we can on showing you guys how to invest in the other side of the game. So, what do you think's happening, D?
I think a couple things are happening. One is the market is shaking out right now because of you had the Super Bowl, NBA All-Star Weekend, the Oscars, all sorts of stuff going on. The weather has really thrown a monkey wrench in everyone's business, from retail, apparel, of course, footwear included. It's affected everything, and now we're actually seeing, fuel costs, price per barrel is going back up. So we're seeing, the gasoline prices are going back up. I mean, we were fortunate enough to see as low, at least in Massachusetts or New England, $1.99. Now we're roughly around $2.35, for 87 octane.
Yep.
Footwear, it's becoming more expensive to not only manufacture, but to get it from the factory overseas. Back into the United States, and then in the tariffs and stuff like that. So I think the next, I would say over the next 30 to 45 days, these stocks are going to take a beating, and that is the best time for all of us to consider. If you have some extra money, you get your tax return money or something comes and you sell some sneakers, buy some stock. Buy some stock. Buy some stock. Can't emphasize that enough. So,
word up, and
take that money and flip it.
And shoes are on sale everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. Absolutely. I mean, Paper, you gotta tell people about that come up that you hit. You actually scored 2 come ups, I think, in the same week. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, 1 week back to back. It was within a few days.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to my IG page and pull that up, and be able to illustrate these great come ups with this time of year upon us, where everybody's trying to get that money up. So bear with me a second as I pull that up. But this is the time of year where you can really score some really nice unexpected come-ups.
Absolutely. I agree.
I'm going to illustrate one now. I'm going to show what I've been up to as far as being able to cop stuff. Okay, here we are. So this one just happened a few days ago, where you see here Mizuno, which is one of the top brands in running. Their shoe, the Wave Creation, which is a $160 shoe. Store Century 21 here in New York had them for $89.99, which was a pretty generous markdown to begin with. Right. But as you can see illustrated on the orange sticker on that tag, 75% off of that equals, as illustrated on the bottom there with a little clipping from my receipt, I paid $22.41 for a $160 pair of sneakers.
Wow.
Crazy. So, that truly is insane.
Yeah. So this is the kind of stuff that it's not to that grand scale happening everywhere, but it is most definitely happening to a high percentage as far as percentage off of retail sale price, plus an additional retailers are also taking, reward points and whatnot depending on who the retailer is. So there's actually a lot that can be done to get shoes for dirt cheap right now, since right after All-Star. It has been insane. Like, there's so many deals, you'll go crazy. You'll end up quickly with $200 to easily get you 5 or 6 pairs of shoes, at least here in New York right now.
And then, Paper, what do you think about Nike's news today about opening their own outlet retail store in New York City?
Yeah, in Queens.
Yeah. Is that going to shake things up, or are you feeling like that's
I
being
thought
too
about
greedy?
it. I thought about it from the perspective that we always do, in that why would they do this now? Why now? In Queens, Queens is one of the more, remote boroughs to get to, depending on where you're coming from. So basically, Queens is not easy to roll through.
Facts.
If you're not in Brooklyn.
Facts.
Right.
So, because they're connected to each other. So it's a journey. So I'm assuming that they want people to take that journey, which means there's going to be some stuff there. And once people realize that that's a destination for come-ups, it's going to be on and popping. But until people are willing to take that risk, plus you can't count out the folks from Long Island who can come west to Queens as well. But it's in one of those areas where you want to hop off the train and walk right over there. So with that being said, there's going to be people who are willing and curious at first to take the journey and see what they can find.
I'm in there.
And I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised, I should say. I'm not surprised that Tariq said I'm in there, but I won't
I'll pick you up, homie.
I won't be surprised if there's a bunch of quote unquote restock gems there upon opening.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I totally won't be surprised at that. Because what I'm noticing is Nike's been the brand that's off radar lately in places like Century 21, DSW. No, not DSW. Excuse me. TJ Maxx, Marshalls. They haven't been absent in Ross because people been whoever near Ross. Whoo, man.
Someone did a great buy at Ross. The buyer who bought a bunch of closeouts, yeah, they did a very good job. I've been seeing, like you, a lot of people have been posting stuff that they've scored at Ross. I mean, particularly, we're talking some of the newer stuff, Kobe's, Jordans, a lot of cross trainers. I haven't seen anything from say Adidas or Reebok. I've seen mostly Nike and Jordan. Nike running, Nike basketball, and Jordan sneakers at Ross. So
even Burlington Coat Factory and Nordstrom Rack have been slim pickings.
Nordstrom Rack is usually the way. I love Nordstrom Rack.
So that leads me to believe, with them being slim pickings in this season of the come up, they're planning on making a big splash when this outlet store opens.
Yeah.
What is that? April 4th, I believe.
Oh, it's that soon?
Yeah, it's coming soon.
See that? Wow, that's aggressive.
Yeah, totally. That's why I say what I say as far as them being absent from, the come up potential, because it's all the other brands. It's Adidas, it's Reebok, it's Puma, it's Mizuno, it's Jordan. Even Jordan, even Models is giving Jordans away for $70 right now. So it's the season for the come up. So if you guys have any, by all means, you can send them to us. We'll post them on IG. We'll post them on OSD because we still do our come-up section on the site, osdlive.com. Just hit any one of us up. We'll be glad to feature it because this is the season for it. So with all of that being said, we do indeed have a guest tonight. We have our brother Hasan Brown from B. Walker Shoes of London with us. Hasan, you ready to rock? You look like you're running on the treadmill holding a computer. We gotta make sure
we can't hear you, man. Oh, you there?
Let's make sure he's unmuted.
You there, sir?
Check your microphone settings, Hasan.
Oh, no, we can't hear him. Oh.
I got him turned all the way up, too.
Can you exit and come back in? Maybe the gremlins are working hard to keep you out of the show as well.
Yeah, Hasan, exit and come back in. When you pop back in, you should be fine.
The gremlins.
The gremlins are hard at work.
Thanks, Google.
Remember that group of men called Men at Work paper back in the day?
Yep.
There's some some chunky but funky dudes who can sing their asses off. Yeah. I don't know why that's. Oh, you there?
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, there we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
All right. What's up, Hasan? How you doing?
I'm well, brothers. I'm well, man. You guys got an awesome show, man. I got to tell you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We do this for those who love footwear of a quality in nature all around the world, not crap.
Yes, indeed. I can see that, and I can dig it. I can dig it.
So with that being said, we're happy to have you on tonight because you're going to be sharing a bit about a brand that some of the younger crowd may not be familiar with until after this interview that they can go check for.
Yes, indeed. The brand is B. Walker Shoes.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, we brought back one of the classic styles from the late 70s, early 80s.
Yep.
The shoe was called the Britisher Collection.
Yep.
And that company actually was the first company to bring out the crepe sole.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy in Greece. He was actually a avid dog lover and dog walker, and he really just wanted to create a shoe that was comfortable enough for him to do just that.
Uh-huh.
In doing that, he eventually created a brand.
Mm-hmm.
And then that brand came to the United States of America.
And we were wearing them with suede fronts. I'm dating myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, so at that time when it came to the States in 79, 80, it was the first company to bring the crepe sole on a shoe to the States. In 83, Clark came out with their company and their crepe sole. In about 85, 86, Timberland came out with their construction boot with their crepe sole.
Mm-hmm.
About 86, Britisher went out of business. And the shoe was never to be heard of. Well, because it was such a popular shoe, people over the years have been trying to bring back the shoe, but to no avail. When they weren't doing it right, they didn't have the crepe sole, they didn't have the right qualities to it. The aficionados just thwarted it, and so it never went further than that.
So, with that being said, of course, you know, you're so eloquently laying out the timeline for folks. You know, I've seen, you know, at least a couple of attempts at this in more recent memory. So,
yes, sir.
You know, the education, as you just stated, I'm pretty sure is a part of you guys' daily mission to make sure people get, you know, the right shoe at the right quality and specifications. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
What's that daily
one of the things one of the things that I've come to appreciate is the guy who's the main designer and owner of the company. His name is J.D. Stewart. He was really trying to be on this call.
Mm-hmm.
He was really trying to be on the call, but he is truly a fashion-forward guy. Mm-hmm. And because he was one of us and he was wearing the shoe as a young man, he definitely knew how to bring the shoe out correctly, but do it so that it could be 2015. It could be a little bit sleeker so that it could fit today. Using the technology that we have today, they didn't have that in the 70s and 80s. So we could actually make the shoe look better, but it's hard to make a shoe look better than the classic. So what we did was we updated it, and what we've been thankful on is that the aficionados have they've raved about this shoe. The stores have raved about this shoe. Let's say some of your classic talent from that time, say the Red Alerts, the Sadat X's, the Lord Finesses, the Drez from Black Sheep, Onyx, they rave and they tell everybody, like, you got to go out and get this shoe. And so we were able to grow organically without spending tons of marketing dollars because of the history of the shoe and the fact that people appreciated the version that we brought out.
So have retailers been able to pick up on when you guys show up and say, oh, well, some other guys were just here, they were trying to sell the same shoes? Talk about that a little bit.
Well, obviously you're leading, which I love, which is great. Thank you. At the end of the day, since we've come out with the shoe, it took JD about 2 years to really get the shoe right. And after he did, he put it out in July of last year, and in 2 weeks, we sold 1,000 shoes. And because of that, JD said, okay, I got it right. Let me go hard. Let me come back with some more styles, some more colors. And in doing that, another company started bootlegging our shoe. So it's ironic that you asked that, because I just received a call from a store in Brooklyn. I'm really not going to go with the names, but I just received a call from a store in Brooklyn that said, "Hey, are you affiliated with such and such company?" And I said, "No, not at all." And they said, "Well, good, because we got that shoe in our store, and it looks bootleg. We realize you are the official company. We realize that you work with Big Daddy Kane. We want your shoe. We got this shoe. We need your shoe." So we're finding just that, that it may have been maybe 2 weeks that there was a little confusion, but once people actually see the shoe, it's very, very evident.
Yep. So you mentioned really briefly, but we want you to go in a little further. One of the lyrical gods,
Sure.
even one of the style masters, clothing-wise, if you will, that being Big Daddy Kane. So talk about Big Daddy Kane's collaboration with B. Walker Shoes of London and how that came to be and where it's at now, because other companies in the past have recognized Kane, you know, and particularly Puma has recognized Kane as one of those people who is worthy of having his name and his likeness and, you know, his style embodied in a shoe. So talk about how that came to be with you guys.
It started, I guess, shout out to our marketing guy. His name is Domingo Norris. Domingo had a great relationship with Kane, and when we decided that we wanted to align ourselves with the right artist, Domingo brought up Kane's name. And to be honest, it was a no-brainer once he brought the name up, because as you mentioned, Kane is a fashion icon. He's been so since we've known him. He was definitely the first guy wearing silk shirts and suits on his album covers every time you saw him do a show. And so we knew that a guy that was fashion forward back then was definitely the guy to stamp something in the hip-hop realm as the first shoe of hip-hop to do it on the hip-hop side. And it's honestly done wonders, because Kane is truly an icon. He's truly a legend. And the more and more that I work with him, the more and more I see and get the feedback from the public when they realize we're working with him. Their response is just, it's gratifying, because it does make us feel like, okay, we made the right decision. Yeah. Now, his collaboration, he got together with JD, and he realized that JD had come out with some styles that the Britisher never did before, and which was a quilt style. Right. He came out with a quilted style that Kane saw and was like, I really like that. I want to mix the quilt with the tassel. And I got a couple of flavors that I want to do. And so the pink and gray was his true go-to. And then we talked about the black with a little bit of snakeskin, and it was like, yeah, that's a go.
Yeah, I'll take a pair of those.
Yes, they all fire. I can't lie.
Now, the funny thing is, with mentioning Kane, and I want you to elaborate a little further, is Kane was always, you know, for the youngsters who are watching, and you're not sure which Kane we're referring to Big Daddy Kane, lyrical beast, hip-hop icon. Google him. Do whatever you need to do. Get caught up. No shame in telling you need to do that if you're a little lost of who the Kane is we're talking about. But even back in the days, when it comes to Kane took a lot of criticism when he upgraded his dressing from, you know, cables, you know, hoodies and jeans, and he went into rayons and silks and suits and purple and all of that.
And chains and white women.
I didn't even know he came in here. He had to let his presence be known with a funny one. That was a good one.
So I think it's cool that at the same time, which it's funny, and this question is leading to who your target audience is today. It's funny that you have people who are literally icons in this business who have now popped back up, and the youngsters think they're new. So now they're into them like they're on to something. You know, it's happened with Missy. You know, most recently with the Super Bowl, the music's back on the charts again. Is that something that you see as kind of bridging the gap to get the new audience in B. Walker's shoes?
Well, that was definitely the move to stamp the brand. When we came out in the summer, and like I said, we put out 1,000 shoes. They sold in 2 weeks. We knew that the streets were already ready. We knew that they loved the quality of the shoe. We knew they wanted it. So we wanted to align ourselves with somebody to help us stamp the brand on a mainstream level and to the masses. And Kane did just that. There's not one person that we brought it to that said, damn, that was the right person. That campaign, though, was actually called Passing the Torch. So to answer your question, our target audience who we're truly going after, while we know that, say, if you're 37, 38 and up, you might like, I got to get that shoe. We're really going after a younger generation. And we're getting it, and we're excited about it that we've gotten it this early. For instance, 2 days ago, a young man from Cleveland hit me on Instagram. He was 20 years old. He told me, I can rep your company here. I love the shoes. We can make them big here. Simultaneously, a guy in Roxbury hit me and said, I'm 22. I'm the biggie in my city. I can blow you up here. So the point is that we are actually touching this younger audience, which is, if I would say there were two main goals that we've had from day one that we've stuck with. One, we definitely want to talk to a younger generation. And two, we want to go outside the tri-state area. See, Britishers was a New York shoe. Yeah, there were people in Jersey that had it, and yeah, there was some people in Philly that had it, but it was a New York shoe. So for us to be getting sales in Dubai and Germany and Australia and Japan, Bristol and London, the islands and Boynton Beach, Florida and Denver, obviously we've been able to accomplish those things.
Yeah, and I think what has a lot to do with that too is New York, at the time when the shoes first launched, a lot of people had simply branched out and started families and stuff in there, a whole lot of different areas and reaches of the planet, and the shoes have struck a chord with them. You know, the nostalgic nerve, as well as something new and fresh and different that doesn't look like a sneaker that just got plain black or brown. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To go into that a little bit, I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, so I wanted to get into the next question, which was, you know, how does all of that play a part in any future efforts when you market the brand and any new offerings as far as, you know, models from B. Walker Shoes of London? How does all of that play in?
Well, we actually started some of that towards the end of the summer last year. And towards the end of the summer, we started shooting a lot of young guys in the shoes. And we found that, of course, we knew, but we found that, of course, we had to teach them and show them how to rock the shoes. We even had to show them, listen, you don't have to put on a pair of slacks to wear this. You know, you can throw on some jeans. If you rock the right shirt and right hat, you can, just like you do with your swag with anything else you're wearing, you can do that with these too. And in doing that, it worked like a charm. It worked so well that the shots came out so dope that we ended up blowing up a couple of them and putting them in some of the stores that we have the shoes. So that we can let them know, hey, you know, this is how you look in this shoe. The second way is we've actually created a partnership with the Frederick Douglass Academy. Frederick Douglass Academy is one of the top 10 schools in the country. It's a school in Harlem, and they require their students to wear uniforms. So Gap provides the uniforms. We're going to start providing the shoes. they have to wear black shoes. So
Nice.
we're giving them shoes obviously at a discount because we're talking about high school kids. We don't want every high school kid having to spend $150, $165 for the shoe. So we're definitely going to make it the right price for the school, and simultaneously we're going to take, I want to say, between $20 and $25 from every shoe and create a scholarship for the school. So at least one student can get the B. Walker Scholarship. And obviously this is a great way to start talking to that younger generation. When they're wearing shoes outside of just the everyday, if they're replacing the sneaker, that's the goal. We knew that was every kid today wears that. We were going to have that mentality, at least a little bit, for them to step away. So it's working because we've noticed that obviously since we've ignited the Big Daddy Kane campaign, Clark has signed 5 rappers.
Clark's assigned 5 MCs? Or
yes.
rappers?
MF Doom was one of them.
Oh yeah.
And they put out an MF Doom shoe.
Yeah.
So obviously we may be at the front of the curve, but there's a curve of this billion-dollar company named Clark that is also now trying to get kids out of sneakers and into shoes. So that also benefits us just as much.
Yep. Now, one of the things that we've seen when you make the point about getting kids out of sneakers and into shoes, we've seen, Kohan with them blending Nike technology with, some of their classic uppers and some of their stuff that they've been offering over the last 3 or 4 years, air in the soles of some of the shoes and stuff like that. Is that a space that B. Walker Shoes of London wants to play in eventually? Is that space between sneaker and shoe, or are we going to keep it classic, which is proper, straight up shoes that you should be wearing?
Well, no, we're definitely going in that direction. We know, talking to the younger generation, we're definitely going to have to compromise a little bit, and even if it's to slowly, marginally get to wearing shoes. So yes, we do have, actually, we have some sneakers coming out in the spring. Can't really reveal styles, but we're definitely doing that. We flirted with it in the summertime, in the fall. We put out pictures, and there were some bites like, wow, okay, you guys are dropping sneakers too. But eventually, we're going to do women's shoes as well. And that's actually, we've already had some samples come that we thought were cool, but not exactly what we wanted to throw out there just
now,
yet.
That's a question I forgot to ask. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because back in the days, that was one of the things I remember hearing so many women beef about, was the fact that they couldn't
and
get...
it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Because to be honest with you, half of our consumers are women, because some of them are buying for their man. Some of them may be in a relationship with another woman, so they wear that kind of stuff. And a lot of them are saying to us, hey, what about women's shoes? When are you going to get into that? Now, we haven't, this is the first time I'm truly revealing it, but that's definitely a direction that we're going to, because we know it's a smart move as a company. But to fully answer your question, we're definitely always going to have the classic styles. We're going to always put out Britisher collection styles, different colors, different flavors every season. But simultaneously, which is why the company was named B. Walker Shoes, because it is more than just a Britisher. It is a B. Walker. And a younger guy, not some of them, because you mentioned it, but not all of them, most of them don't really care about the history of the shoe. They just want what's fly. And if we're just looking at that, then we want to say, okay, let's give them a brand that they can fall in love with, and that's B. Walker Shoes.
Nice. So what are some of the new stories you guys are going to tell through these products? Because, of course, there has to be you know, that story that gets people hooked these days. Some of the stories from other brands, you know, with all respect to what they do, some of these stories are stupid, but people buy it. But
Yes.
then some really are, you know, some really do make sense. And those are the ones that sometimes are harder to execute. And I'm asking you that because you guys make a product that's actually hard to execute and put out. You know, you guys can't cut corners and still be effective. So
No, sir.
what are some of the
No,
new
sir.
stories you're looking to tell where you don't have to deal with that compromise?
Well, the stories we're really trying to tell will largely be angled towards younger audiences, showing them how to dress in these shoes. So let's say, for instance, Money and Violence, which is
Love it.
one of the hottest shows out right now, and I love that show.
The hottest,
young-
that's not on network TV.
yeah. But the young cats are on this show hard body.
Mhm.
And let's just say just the other day, Mr. from the show, Respect Your Jaw,
Yep.
he actually reached out to us. He actually reached out to us and said, "Yo, I love the shoe, man. I got to get some. I rocked these back in the day."
Yes, he
I'm
did.
gonna
I
rock-
see it all over him.
Exactly. I'm going to rock these on the show. I'm going to rock these. I'm going to put these on Instagram for you. And so as long as we can continually be in the faces of this young audience and continue to give them the content that they're looking for,
Yeah.
then we're going to be okay. Now, obviously, well, not obviously, but we've done a pretty good job thus far in getting to the media. So we've been in the Source. We've been on All Hip Hop. We've been on Your Raps, Vibe, Double XL, Jet, OK Player. And in doing that, that mass media furthers the youth understanding the brand B. Walker shoes. Because to be honest, that is our utmost, like that's what's the most important to us now, is stamping that brand. Because as the bootleggers come out, we stand on it. If it doesn't say "Be Walkers of London," it's not official. And one of the slogans that we've recently been going with, because we are trying to talk to a younger generation, is that this is not your father's shoe.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Tell Kane to
and-
get his feet off my couch.
You answered it and then some. So,
Good.
what's a bad day like for you?
Bad day for me. Less than 2,000 views on the website. Less than 5 to 10 sales from our website. And we're in 10 stores in the city right now, and I call them every 3 or 4 days. So they're not tired of me because they're selling shoes. And what we found is the best part of it is that it's winter. There's snow on the ground. We had snowstorms, but the shoes are still selling.
Nice.
And the stores at first, the first week that, they didn't sell, it was like, well, we're slow and we're only selling snow boots right now. Well, 2 weeks later, they were calling us saying we need more shoes.
Good. So my last question for you before I lead it into Q&A from the Sole Doctors and from people out on the internets. I'm leading you with this one. But don't get in any trouble in case you already got something in the works. From the current crop of artists, be it R&B, hip-hop, whatever, jazz musician, whatever, from the current crop of young artists today, if you guys had the opportunity to sign to represent the brand, who would it be?
Well, I don't want to get in trouble, but I will tell you that. But I will tell you that Action Bronson is on my radar. Action Bronson's manager. Action Bronson's manager actually reached out to us and it was through somebody at Shady Records, actually. They reached out to us and said he really would like the camouflage joints. Now they're not out yet. We're dropping those in the spring. So he is definitely somebody that I would love. First of all, I love him as an artist, as a talent.
Yep.
I dig him across the board from day one. Before anybody knew who to do, I was digging him. Secondly, I have been trying to, and I've been courting Troy Ave. If you look at Troy Ave's style, his style is this.
Yep.
He's got the half moon in his hair, and he's wearing Coogee sweaters, and that's Brooklyn in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Even in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely artists that me personally that I want to get at. And as I've said, I've kind of had a light conversation, third party to the Action Bronson camp. And today I had a third party convo with somebody that said, yo, I called you today with Troy Ave on the phone and you didn't pick up the call. So we're working on it and we're getting close. But if I would say those are two artists I really got my eyes on, candidly.
Nice. So we're gonna open it up for a little Q&A from our Soul Doctors and from over on the internets. I'm gonna check Twitter and everywhere else if there's any questions. Anybody on the Soul Doctor panel have a question for Mr. Hasan Brown, the Beat Walker Shoes of London? Get them in. Hashtag OG Sneaker Talk on Twitter, Google Plus, and everywhere else. So who's got a question? Have at it. No one?
You asked all the good ones.
And I even came in late, and Homeboy was mad thorough, so I don't know.
Right, like everything
sounded right. I got answers. I got lead-in answers.
I have a question for you, Hasan, and that question is the size run, because a lot of people, we have Soul Doctors and Disorderlies who some have small feet, some have big feet. What's the size run looking like?
We've been so far doing 8 to 15.
Okay.
And those are standard sizes. They are standard.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice. So that's out there for TBFs, the Team Bigfooters. 8 to 15. There's no crying. Go get them.
We actually had a guy call the other day, wanted a size 7. Oh, I was like, wow, you have 15 feet, brother.
A size 7. Did he have a hardcore voice? It's like, yo, son, yo.
Yeah.
What's up, 7, son? That would have been fun. No,
but I can't lie. We're really happy as to how it's going. As you've heard me mention, one of the things that we are happy about is there's a lot of things that been happening for us organically. So me getting a call from Red Alert out the blue and me like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? But me getting with him, giving him a pair of shoes, and him going on Facebook and getting 600 likes was like remarkable. So Dot X getting a pair of shoes and saying, yo, son, send me some pictures so I can post, and him on Instagram getting 400 likes. And when I saw Pharaoh launch and said, listen, I need to get you a pair of shoes, he was like, you talking about the Beat Walkers? I want the camo joints that Sadat X posted. So the word has been getting out there for us, and we know it's largely because of the past and the brand, but we've been able to add so much more to it with Big Daddy Kane and different styles and being in over 40, 50 magazines at this point. It's definitely worked for us. I can't lie.
Well, continued blessings on that, because it's not easy in this day and age where attention spans and dedication to anything lasts about 15 seconds.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I think that, as they say, imitation is the best form of flattery. So the fact that we've only put out shoes since July, we put out shoes in July, and they started bootlegging us in October, that said something to us.
That's facts. That's fast work.
Yes.
That's fast work. So, who's got questions? Wow, we really did a thorough job with this interview.
I guess so. I'm not mad, man. You know, I kind of pride myself on trying to be thorough, so I'm happy about that. I am.
Well, I mean, because you really hit it from like all the angles. Like.
So before we let you go, let's put out all the contact information for B Walker Shoes in London via social media. You know, being able, because we have shop owners that watch the show, being able to contact you, the best way to contact you if someone wants to open up an account and have the shoes in their store. Let's put all that information out there before we let you go, because you did a great job with everything else.
The Instagram is at B Walker Shoes. That's for the company. My personal Instagram is at Puzzle Marketing. I'm a marketing guy. Yep. The Facebook is the same. It's B Walker Shoes on Facebook. On Instagram, it's just the same, at B Walker Shoes. My email to contact me, because I'd be the one you'd probably reach out to open an account. I largely will be answering random questions from the website. My email is bwalkershoes2, the number 2, at gmail.com. I repeat, that's bwalkershoes, the number 2, at gmail.com. I want to say that's it. You can find me personally on Facebook under the name Hasan Brown. That's HASAN BROWN, no E at the end. My company is called Puzzle Marketing and Media. We are the missing piece.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. So, Hasan, you kept it thorough, man. And we're wishing you continued success on B Walker Shoes, especially being able to offer something that, you know, definitely filled in a spot that wasn't being occupied for a while.
True.
We're looking forward to you always being able to share the continued growth of the brand. We're hoping to, you know, next time out we get JD on with you so that we can hear his story too and his love of the brand and how we decided to bring it back. But we're going to be checking for you, of course, and anything else you have in the future where you want to come on and let, you know, our disorderlies who listen and watch around the world know, you got a spot. It's nothing to it. So.
I appreciate it, man. I just want to say thank you for having us on the show. It's an honor. I've definitely been able to do my research on you guys, and you guys are thorough. The show is thorough. The disorderlies, they're thorough. You guys are tight work. So, I mean, we're honored to even be here telling our story, too. True footwear, sneaker lovers. It's great for us. We're happy about this. So thank you.
Won't be the last time, bro. Thank you very much, man. Won't be the last time.
Awesome. That's good to hear too.
Thank you. Before you go, I'm gonna say enjoy Florida because away from the snow.
Yeah, I actually just came down. I got here on Friday of last week, and the day I left it snowed, and it snowed 2 days later, and it's snowing again today.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you. It's gonna like you. Now you're just rubbing it in. Now you're doing a victory lap.
Lastly, I'm gonna be down here for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for 30 days. I'm definitely setting up some accounts though while I'm down here.
Nice. Keep us posted on all the dope news and developments, man, and we'll definitely be in touch with you as well.
Will do, man. Thank you guys again, man.
Thank you.
Continued success to you guys.
All right. So that was Mr. Hasan Brown of B. Walker Shoes of London. Great guest, being able to, of course, share the history of a brand that I know a lot of people in the sneakers probably did not even know existed before this show.
True.
But, again, some of the things that he stated, I mean, everyone's seen, the 13 different ways Wallabies have been made since they came to the States. So it's rare when you get to hear about some of the other shoes that were relevant at that time. And this was one of those shoes, You have other companies whose names I won't say because they might be back and they might want to come on too, but we'll see. But British Walkers, Britishers were the brand that, you had a suede front, you had those, oh man, it's just a whole different. If you go back to a timeline of photographers like Jamel Shabazz, you see stuff like that. Jamel Shabazz, Joe Conzo, you see stuff like that. So, and as D has illustrated up now, highlight is a picture of Big Daddy Kane wearing, one of the shoes from his collection with B. Walker Shoes of London. I can't wait for those brown ones. I need those all brown ones, like, badly. So.
I don't think one's a Fuego.
Hey, you need this, and you need a BMW with them BBSs too.
I'm done with the German cars for a while. I had the Benz 190, remember? I'm done. I'm going domestic for a little while.
Domestic. Keep it in USA.
Just for a little while. I'm going to show some America.
America.
Hey, if you wear these, don't drive that car.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
No, you got to take a cab that day, brother.
Word. You so not lying. So not lying. You got a cab with the B. Walker shoes on.
Yeah. You got to have a scarf, too.
No, I don't do scarves.
You have a scarf and a wool, like a wool trench, or 3/4 with the scarf.
But it's interesting how the trend has came back where people are actually trying to get back into shoes again.
Right.
They're trying to give the sneakers a break. Because
got to, man. The sneaker shit is getting stupid. That's why.
Well, that's why everything on sale, man. I really like. I don't know if there was a way to just like scan every episode of OSD, especially the earlier ones. We had conversations of it when it was going to slow down.
We did.
And it's slowing down because in a big attest to that is the fact that everything is on sale. Like the stuff that's on sale is crazy.
They flooded the markets too much. We always said they're gonna oversaturate everything, and then all of a sudden now they're like, well, we can't come out with new shit because there's tons of stuff in the store that didn't move.
Well, the difference is this time when we started in 2007. By 2010, that was the first slowdown, and it was because of Nike only. But between 2010 and 2014, everybody flooded the market. Now everybody's got shit on sale. There's brands with stuff on sale you never saw on sale before. And with a lot of product because everybody started doing too much now.
And sites like Sneaker Steal and Kicks Deals, that they flourishing right now.
Yeah.
Like Nike, they hitting them up, sending them everything they got on sale.
Yeah, they're looking like the modern day heroes because these guys flooded the market, and everything isn't worthy of being retroed, but damn sure a lot of brands tried.
Oh, yes. Breathe.
Hey, Nike dropping so much stuff that they not even announcing, man.
No, they not. They just put it out.
They just putting it out, and it's sitting there.
And they think that's a strategy.
And it only way it helps is the people that would really want it, but it's like, oh, I could wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could wait a couple checks and get it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, D has always been saying patience. Like,
yeah,
just wait. Like, sneakers
wait more than a couple.
Sneakers
You
are
could be like,
most buy.
that's gonna be on sale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's part of the reason why Nike's building a outlet, right? I mean, let's be
It
honest.
has to be. Like they
In New York,
bringing out
right?
so much stuff.
Listen, Command Forces are on sale in some places.
Yeah, they are up here as well.
You know, and I was waiting for that. I was like, I'm not paying $200 for that shoe. I didn't pay that.
I can't even buy that on sale. That shit too high for me. Tell you, like I told y'all before, I look like a damn midget putting that on.
Be patient. Patient.
I wouldn't buy it on sale. It's gonna go all the way up my damn leg.
Your legs ain't that short. Stop it. I know you. Stop it.
Hey, I just Google mapped that trek to the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a good walk after you take the train.
Which train?
The 7 train.
Okay. It's like walking towards Willets Point, Arthur Ashe Stadium, all of that? Or it's the other way?
No, you'll be coming back against the line, against the train, like you'll be going back towards the city on your walk.
Okay, I got you. I know where that is. That's in that Forest Hills type situation, headed out that way. Yep, they knew where to put it. That's money out there. They knew where to put it. They knew where to put it.
I was thinking the way you was talking, I thought it was gonna be a little harder to get to it, but it's.
You guys talking about the clearance store?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get to it.
Well, it's gonna be harder for people from Long Island. That's what I was saying. The people in the city, it'll be a little journey, but still easy. It's still gonna be a journey, but just an easy journey.
So where was the nearest clearance or outlet before?
Never.
No, the closest outlet is in Jersey.
There's 2 that are super far away. There's the Atlantic City one. There's another one before you get to Atlantic City, right, Tariq? Or is that it?
The one if you was on the turnpike just closed.
Okay.
Yeah, the one right before you leave Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
On the turnpike, that closed. That just closed like a few months back.
So Atlantic City's it.
No, the one right here in damn, what is that called over there? It's in Jersey right there. It's at that mall. That out like an outlet-ish mall, but they got that Century 21 there.
You're not talking about Woodbury, right?
No. It's right. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. It's in Jersey.
Because Woodbury's the only other one, and that's like a fucking hour and a half away from New York City, depending on how you're driving. So
you got at the end of Long Island.
Yeah, out in Riverhead. Yep.
Mm.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on.
So, excuse me. So they're in New York, Kadoma, but they're so spread out and far.
Jersey Gardens.
Okay, Jersey Gardens.
Right. That's on Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's the closest outlet that we got.
And then the Madison Square Garden House of Hoops is already gone, right?
That was closed on the 22nd.
So then the biggest House of Hoops in the world resides back in Harlem.
I guess. For whatever that's worth.
It's small to me.
Where's the new one gonna go?
I mean, they made a big deal about we're building the world's biggest House of Hoops, and it was open like 3 or 4 weeks.
So that's all it was for All-Star, just to try and get people all excited about saying they got shoes at House of Hoops. But it came, it went. Now, God only knows where all those shoes went back to that nobody bought. But they're going to be at the outlet, too, I bet. They're going to be at
there was a lot
exactly
of shoes.
where they are. They're in the outlets.
There was a lot of shoes at the Flatbush one left over, too.
Did you guys do an All-Star recap?
To the best that we could. I think we missed you for some of it. We did the best we could.
I was out in Vegas, but I just want to say, I think All-Star was great for the NBA, and it was great for all the brands out there, but from a fan's perspective, it was really tough to get around.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to several All-Star games from Orlando, LA, Dallas, Houston twice,
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah, and then, you know, some of these smaller cities, you can see everything in like a day or two. And for a fan, that's great. But just for, you know, in New York, they had stuff going on in Brooklyn and Manhattan, and
Yeah, it was all over the place.
the traffic and the people. I mean, you just made a plan, and you were lucky if it worked out. Well, I don't know. Tariq, how'd you do? Did you get to see everything you wanted to?
Nah, I didn't really want to see too much. Like I had to work at the celebrity game.
Mhm.
Um,
But you didn't try to hit stuff up early. Like you made sure you saw the House of Hoops and the Jordan activation, or you know whatever.
I rode by the Jordan.
Hmm.
Like just driving by, that was good enough for me. It was the lines and all. I'm good with all that, bro.
Yeah.
They can keep all that.
See, you got to go to that kind of stuff on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Did you go to the N1 store?
No.
I didn't know there was an N1 store until I walked past after it was closed.
Exactly. I was like, what are they doing?
And you know what's funny is if you go down to the corner to where the Models is, which is directly across from Barclays, it looks like that's where they put all those shoes back.
Oh, man.
Right there on the sale rack at Models.
Hey, when I rode by there, they had
go to
Jordans. They had a
Models.
lot of shoes they were still packing up. They had a bunch of boxes left over.
Yeah, well, not everybody prospered from All-Star. Some people did. Some people wasted a lot of money.
Flatbush was the hookup though. They was releasing a lot of stuff people wanted. Late like the Don C stuff and
well, the Jordan brand store was literally right next to the N1 store. I don't know what N1 was thinking.
And they was what 2 doors down.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what N1 was thinking. Like who goes from N1 into Jordan? And vice versa. Who does that?
I don't even think I think they did one event in there and that was it. Like they just opened it to do the event with what's old dude from Coney Island?
Lance Stevenson.
I think it was with him. And, I think that's all they did. I don't think it was open, was it?
Unless they did an ear blowing competition, nobody paid attention.
Yeah, I don't think it was open like for you just to go in there and get stuff.
Savage.
Oh man. But you know, again, I think in Kadoma we recapped this when we did speak about it. The brand that we fucking think really won that weekend was Under Armour. They spent the least, and got the biggest bang for their buck because Steph went and did his thing.
Yeah, and the shoes got stolen, which gave him a little more press run.
Shoes got stolen.
Yeah.
He still did his thing. They got
That was definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
That helped. Every little bit helps, right?
Yep.
Well, it's going to be interesting, man. There's some people straight balling right now, including James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
You know what?
Westbrook's dunk tonight was stupid.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that James Harden kicked LeBron,
I could have bet money. I knew you were going to say that, Peyton. I knew you were going to say that. You're like, yeah, take that.
I kind of like it. I'm like, yo, son, you ain't no king. Get out of here. He kicked him like, yo, what's wrong with you, boy?
But you know what? Think about it. The matchup was the battle of the beards and then some, and Harden got the best of LeBron.
Yeah, it was a physical game, man. I don't think that was a full-fledged kick to the groin.
No, it wasn't. But LeBron was acting, and he's like,
I mean, they had three referees go to the monitor after that, and they just
you started kick.
LeBron definitely flopped, but Harden was going to get that one game.
Yeah, but he threw him to the ground before that. It was a double technical. It was called a double technical foul after 3 referees reviewed it on the monitor. It wasn't until, LeBron's post-game conference that they had to go back and review it and suspend James for a game. I thought it was pretty ridiculous.
I think it was pretty badass that he got suspended for a game. Yeah, I kicked LeBron, so what?
I mean, it was a physical game. There was a lot of stuff going on before that. LeBron got into it with Patrick Beverly. You know, you guys.
The whole game they took it back to the early '90s in that game. It was
I like Patrick Beverly.
Who did Patrick Beverly hurt on the Thunder? Like broke their knee bone? Yeah. So he was getting into it with LeBron. LeBron actually slammed him on the ground.
Yo, who wants these?
These what? What is that? And why is that existing?
Yeah, that's like
what is that?
Why does that exist?
That doesn't even
the hood by air. But what I'm saying is we're getting
hood by air.
we're getting some
hood by air is violent.
We're getting some bonus playoff basketball right now, guys. I don't think there's any clear-cut favorite for the championship, and things are already starting to get a little physical. We still got 2 months of basketball left.
Yeah.
Yo, man, it's going to be pretty interesting out west. Kobe might even come back for this.
Shit.
Board all.
Hey, Kobe
might be like, fuck it, I'm not missing this season.
I don't think
Kobe's documentary was good.
It was. It really was.
Yeah, it was.
Even though I don't like him.
It really was. His interview with Ahmad Rashad was pretty good, too.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'm I haven't liked Kobe.
You know, we never
That's a sad situation. You know, you should never tease retirement. Both Kobe and T-Mac teased retirement. Oh, I'm going to retire next year. I'm going to retire early. And then look what happens.
Ain't T-Mac talking about coming back?
No,
T-Mac's done.
Nah.
He's pitching in the minor leagues.
T-Mac's
Yeah.
still playing?
I thought they said he was trying to come back, man.
He was
You thinking about Jermaine O'Neal, and he ain't coming back either.
He was pitching baseball in a minor league team down here.
Yeah.
Percy McGrady?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing baseball. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, I think he's already quit. He did take a run at it. Yeah.
Silly.
Wow.
Yo, that's crazy.
But speak.
Sean's reaction was comedy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yes, Sean, man. Don't do your boy like that, man.
Yo, bro, wow. I did not expect to hear that today.
Yo, Sean was not having that for like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. Yo. But yo, Kadoma, speaking of Houston, you need to get your boy Steve Francis up out of the club.
Yo, hey, all I can say is that dude spent some money on his chain, B, because that shit was strong.
Yeah.
When you drag somebody by their chain, my dude.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that guy, man.
That's probably about all he got.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't never seen a chain hold somebody down like that ever.
Yo, he looking worse every time you see him.
Yeah, he's not looking good. He's having the worst week ever.
Yeah.
Shit. After that, he had a worse month.
Actually, at the Cavs game, when was that, on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
They unveiled his legend locker at the stadium.
Really?
Yeah. And then that pops up on TMZ like the day after.
You know why? Because you know what was in his legend locker? Fucking drink.
Yo.
But
I didn't realize Stevie Francis had a.
That's a pretty cool thing. Is
I didn't know he had a drinking problem.
At Toyota Center, they have all the legend lockers now, so they have like little lockers for Hakeem and Drexler and who else do they have there? Rudy Tomjanovich and Calvin Murphy and Moses Malone, and you can go see some of the gear that they played in.
No Ralph Sampson locker?
No Ralph Sampson locker. He should have a locker over Steve, probably, but...
Absolutely.
I guess they're trying to...
Spy Slamma Jamma? Come on.
No Vernon Maxwell locker?
Out the era. You gotta have something.
That's a missed opportunity.
Yo, nah, he need a locker for that shit that happened to the other day. He need to hang it up.
Man, I don't know if it's a drinking problem or what, but he's had several health issues.
It looked like he's swole up, like his face swole up or something.
Yeah, like look like my drunk uncle, like when he get like all that liquor in the system, like that face like he got that real alky fat face. Like I don't know what that's about.
You guys.
Yeah, you know what he got, Sean? He got the super face, like he just super.
Did you guys ever see the video where he's in the club and Drunken Love comes on? And
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't see it. I gotta Google that. Hold on.
Google that, Johnson. Yeah, you out out.
Why y'all tell me that? Oh, they done set this dude up.
So who knows what brand Stevie franchise was with when it went wrong?
Man, I don't know. He was on
Reebok.
Reebok.
He was Reebok.
Yep, it was Reebok.
I don't know if Yao ever hooked him up with something. If he ever got some of that Chinese money.
No.
I know he went and played over there for a year or two.
He did, but he was done by then.
He still does appearances over there.
Oh no,
seriously?
Video.
Yo, he really going at it with that? Like he hard.
Wow. He's having a Chris Bosh moment.
Oh!
Wait, who's that?
That's your boy.
Oh yeah, I don't think this is a different.
Wait. Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, Stevie Jackson is gully, boy.
Yo, for real, like they need to stop playing like Steve Jackson not about it. Stack 5 is about it. What you talking
about? He got kicked off the Spurs.
Steven Jackson is the real deal, huh?
So he been fighting since.
Yo, Stack's got bars, yo. I want to send him some.
Yo, damn.
He can actually.
No, why you do that, man? Why you tell me about that, Kadoba?
I want to send him some beats. He can rap.
Not for real though, but I want to see him get choked out again. Cause like,
who's that? A police officer trying to hold him back? Be like,
why he was kissing him?
He said, "Sit your little ass."
Right. They're a little close.
Yo, Sam. Yo, I swear I never seen like out of all the videos you've seen since camera phones have been invented, I never seen nobody get drugged by their chain, son.
Man, I'm just waiting for somebody to pull out a gun and shoot somebody dead.
No, that's the thing. It's like
everybody thinks it's funny, you know.
You know what?
They're gonna film
the thing.
Somebody packing.
But that's the thing. When the dudes tried to rob the Migos dudes, they whooped the brakes off of him and folded him up like he was fucking origami. That should have taught somebody, but it didn't.
Yeah. Yo, them noisy documentaries ain't no fucking joke.
The last one was kind of weak though. With
what's his name? It was
2 Chainz.
I didn't watch it yet. You just said it to me. I didn't watch it yet.
The one with 2 Chainz was kind of whack, and then the one when they interviewed All Gold Everything was kind of like sad because it was like,
son, why did you do my man Trinidad like that?
It was like, dude went from all whatever to like, dude apartment looked real basic though.
I mean, why is that? Did he blacklist himself with the East Coast comments?
Nah.
No, it wasn't that. It was he blacklisted himself with that one damn song.
Now we can't just say that they had nothing to do with it though, because like it was already.
You know how many people do? You know how many people have done that? That East Coast comment ain't.
Man, that East Coast wasn't nothing because Snoop came through and crushed the buildings and he.
We ain't gonna say that did anything. It's just he was that one hit wonder that was in the sneakers.
What we talking about?
Trinidad.
James.
And
And blew all his money on them damn shoes. Trying to do a weekly show.
All right, y'all. Well, we're about to wrap up because this show is about done.
Before they put us in a locker.
All up in March. What?
So this is it for episode number 330.
You don't even remember how the song goes. That's how bad it like. Shit.
No, valid.
This is it for episode number 339. B. Walker Shoes of London was in effect. Thank you to Hasan Brown from B. Walker Shoes. And make sure you guys catch episode number 3 of From the Feet Up. It is out. Thank you.
It is out.
It won't take up much of your time, I promise.
Go watch it, share it, talk about it, tweet it, Instagram. And if you don't know that new shit, that's called Meerkat. No. So, but more importantly, go and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me stop. Okay. So y'all be good.
8, 9.
Y'all be good. Keep your laces tight, tightly, your tongue loose. Walk good, and always speak from the soul. Y'all be safe.